Welcome back to another episode of Travis Take Two. I'm Jordan Travis.
And I'm Devon Travis, baby. We back. New year, 2026. New year, new me. This is all gonna last about probably about 1 week for me. I wanted to stop saying bad words, but I think I lost that the second I walked back into the academy. But it's okay, man. I'm happy to be here with you. It's a beautiful year coming up. This is the year that Florida State will be back. You heard it here first. I can't wait, bro. Let's go.
So stay tuned for that. Remember to follow Travis Take Two on all platforms. Like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Let's get started, bro.
Crazy first 2 rounds. Crazy. What's like the biggest thing, at least for you, through these first 2 rounds that have stuck out?
Miami, obviously that first round against Texas A&M, just absolutely dominating, bro. That defense is the real deal. I didn't believe it. I really didn't believe it. I didn't think the score was going to be, 13-3. Hold them boys at 3 points because Marcel Reed has been amazing all year. They were the number 1 ranked team for a few weeks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, obviously that. And then last week watching freaking Ole Miss beat Georgia. I mean, I sure in the hell, I had a big bet. And I remember asking you, I'm like, should I cash out, bro? They give me $600. How much should I cash out?
I forgot.
Remember that? And I was like, should I cash out? And you're like, no, just sit back and relax. And damn, that money went away quick, bro. But, I mean, that Ole Miss team's shocked a lot of people. They shocked me. Trinidad Chambliss is a monster.
Beast.
Lacey is amazing. And the defense came up big when they needed them to come up big.
I mean, how about Trinidad Chambliss, though? Like, he's a Division II, Division III guy that, came, in the middle of the year and I mean, watching him play, both of those quarterbacks at Ole Miss and Georgia are 2 of my favorite to watch. I know you're a big fan of Gunnar Stockton. He can sling that rock, man. He really can. Now, when you look at the first round of the playoffs, the second round of the playoffs, and the teams that had byes, you kept telling me all week, like, hey, bro, the teams who have byes, they've all lost until the Indiana game. What do you think is the big thing behind teams that have byes losing this year? I believe last year all the teams that had byes had won. What stood out to you, at least this year, maybe on why that was happening?
I mean, it's tough to play football when you're off for a few weeks. That's always a thing with bowl games. You always get a team that is supposed to win the bowl game and they don't win because of the rust. And no matter how hard you practice, it's kind of hard to simulate games. Like the setting, the energy, all that type of stuff. So it's like you're knocking off the rust again. It's like your first game. Obviously, Alabama played Florida State that first game, and I think that they were knocking off rust, playing us. You see how they ended the year. So I just think it's like, bro, when you don't play football for that long, it's almost better off not getting a bye week now. Now we're seeing you just want to keep playing football now. Don't get a bye week. Try to be a 7 or 8 team and just roll into that first game and play football, and then you have that team next week that's been sitting and take advantage of them.
Yeah, I mean, 1-7 teams that did not teams that had a bye were 1-7 overall. I mean, that's pretty crazy to me. When you look at this overall, though, Jordan, I mean, you obviously you mentioned Miami being the most impressive team so far. I feel like Alabama should have been the team that shouldn't have gotten in. I mean, I think it's cool that teams like Tulane and James Madison got in. Tulane just 10 points, under 300 yards of offense. But James Madison, 34 points against that Oregon team at Oregon. What's your take on a lot of the talk that's kind of rolling around of, well, Notre Dame and Texas should have got in because they would have put up a better fight?
I mean, I think Notre Dame should have got in 100%. I think, once again, you have to put the best 12 teams in. I think James Madison and Tulane were the best 12 teams. I don't think they were part of the best 12 teams. I think they were good teams. They were really well coached. But it's just a different type of football, bro. Those players are really special players. But when you go and you play a team like Oregon, those guys have been playing tough guys all year long. James Madison has not been. So I just feel like it's not fair, and they have to figure something out. I mean, obviously there are teams that do belong in, especially with the transfer portal these days. Those smaller teams can get in and compete, but those teams didn't have a chance against those guys. And once again, I you know how I feel about Notre Dame not getting in. I mean, lose your first 2 games and finish the season strong, and you get punished. And I think that's crazy. Obviously, the conference stuff is also a talk, but I know if Notre Dame plays or Texas plays James Madison or Tulane, I don't think that game's close.
I think that's fair. I just think that the conference champion should be awarded an opportunity in the Power Four. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that I think that Duke is one of the best 12 teams, but I think the beautiful thing in sports is if you win and you earn the opportunity, you get it. And I think that the big fix there is if they didn't let Alabama in, then why would Alabama or any team that's 10-2 in the SEC ever play in the SEC championship game? You're better off just sitting there at 10-2, and you're going to get in for sure. I know they made that change, but man, I just think that championship games matter, and your heart does beat different when you know that the game is on the line, and if you win, you get in. And there's Cinderella stories every year in baseball. The team that wins 110 games doesn't always win the World Series. The Toronto Blue Jays play in the AL East. A couple years ago, I think there were 3 teams that won 89 or more games, and only 2 of them got in. It's not like you got to go through and say, well, the teams in the NL Central won 84 games and now they don't get in. No, like you win your division, your conference, the championship. And I believe that you're owed the right to get in. And I think the thing that upsets me the most, forget Texas. I don't think Texas had any business being in this college football playoff.
I agree.
Give me Notre Dame all day.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Which team, though, as you look at this, what team would make you smile the most to win this whole thing?
I think Indiana, obviously.
100%.
I saw something today talking about the stats of the 5 stars and 4 stars. I think Indiana, I don't even know if they have a 5-star, 7 4-stars. Yeah, bro, it's just kind of a cool story. The coach, Fernando Mendoza, which is an awesome person. Just watching his interviews, bro, like literally, like it's so cool. It seems like he's faking, but he's real. It's just real. He's a happy person, bro. Thankful to God always. Yeah, bro, Indiana, and they are. Like, I think that's the most impressive team in the playoffs. I mean, I doubted them for a while, and I still struggle to really think Indiana is for real, but they are for real, bro.
They're for real.
Every type of way, all 3 phases of the game. Special teams is really good. Offense is really damn good, and their defense is good, bro. They just dominate. That defensive line is full of guys. If you look at them, they don't look like the damn Georgia D-line or Alabama's D-line, but they are just guys that grind. I mean, they're probably older. They're seniors, probably 23 years old. They have a lot of older guys on the team, but they are just dominating the offensive line or defensive line, the line of scrimmage, the entire game, bro, because they're just giving 100% effort. If you watch them, they're just they're running around, bro, like they're crazy. Like they're nonstop. It has to be annoying playing teams like that. So yeah, I mean, watching them and would definitely put the biggest smile on my face.
I mean, 3 points allowed against Alabama. I know you love that quarterback at Alabama, and you mentioned Fernando Mendoza, and I couldn't believe my eyes, and I guess I owe you an apology as well. I took Ole Miss plus 5.5, so I don't know why I told you not to take Georgia.
Shit, I just had them to win money line. I mean, I wouldn't have even if you would have told me to cash out, I probably wouldn't have, to be completely honest with you.
How hard is it for you to sit back and watch this Miami team continue to win big games and put themselves in a position to win a national championship?
It's hard. It's hard to a point where I just don't want to hear the fans, bro. It's good for the ACC, and I love watching ACC teams dominate, not scoring a lot of points, just playing freaking defense, because that shows that Florida State team in 2023 could have got in. It's 13 points. I don't care what you say, SEC ball. Get out of my face. They scored 3 points on an ACC Miami defense where Florida State scored more than 3 points. In the middle of the season, obviously you can sit here and say Miami wasn't playing good football, but say what you want. But they scored 13 points. I promise you, Florida State, I don't care who was playing quarterback. We could have put Keon Coleman at quarterback. We could have scored 13 points. Yes, you can say what you want against Georgia and 63-3. We had no receivers. We had no offensive line. We had Brock Glenn playing his first game ever. If we were in the playoffs, Tate Rodemaker would have stayed. We would have had Tate Rodemaker at quarterback. Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson, Jaheim Bell, Trey Benson, with our whole offensive line that's playing hard, and we're comfortable with Tate Rodemaker because he's been there for a few years. Our defense could have scored 13 points. So yeah, I'm happy to watch Miami's defense dominate. I am happy to see that. Obviously, we're big rivals, and I don't want to see them keep winning because I do not want to hear their fans talk about championships and all that type of stuff. So Yeah, bro. I just want to see their defense keep dominating. I want them to lose the next game 3-0.
Yeah, what's crazy to me about this college football playoff, and I think it's great for the sport. Um, you know, college football is better when Miami is good, first and foremost for the ACC. But they haven't won a national championship since 2001, and Indiana, Ole Miss, and Oregon have never won a national championship. So I think for the sport lovers, when you look at this field that's left, it's somebody new, and the big dogs got knocked off. I mean, I think without question, Georgia, Ohio State was everybody's picks. They're my picks. I mean, I felt like Georgia was the best team to win it all, and if not, Ohio State will find a way. And Indiana, Oregon, Miami, and Ole Miss. What do you got on Ole Miss's coaches, George? I mean, the whole Lane Kiffin situation obviously happened, however it happened, but the coaches are kind of like squandering away, and I think just the offensive coordinator is staying put. Do you think that this Ole Miss team is truly in a good place, like coaching wise, or do you think that Lane Kiffin and his crew up to this point have done a good enough job, and they're just using this as motivation to continue to go forward?
Well, I've heard that the coaches want to stay. Every single coach that's with them wants to stay, but by contract, Lane Kiffin is trying to pull them away. There's some coaches that are saying that if you can pretty much fire me, I'm not leaving these kids, which is right, bro. And at the end of the day, Lane Kiffin cannot fire all of his coaches because these coaches make him who he is. No matter what you want to say, you see Charlie Weiss is still dominating on the offensive side of the ball when everyone thought that was Lane Kiffin. It was Charlie Weiss behind the scenes just calling these freaking plays and setting these guys up. So you're seeing that. I mean, Lane Kiffin needs his coaches. So, I mean, he can't fire them all. I can tell you that. If they say we're not coming, then might get a little bit of money taken from them. But I've heard a few different things. I think it's wrong to try to pull away. I mean, I understand the transfer portal and you're trying to set your team up, but this is a once in a lifetime thing for these kids and these coaches. Like, this could be happen once in their lifetime that they have a chance to win a national championship, which is so damn rare. This is why people do it. This is why people go to college, is to win a national championship. That's why coaches coach to win national championships and set kids up. And they're in the place and they're getting pulled away due to a contract and their coach leaving. So yeah, bro, I think it's wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I think these players are ready. I think they're confident. They just beat a damn good Georgia team. So yeah, I think they'll be all right, bro.
When you think about why Lane Kiffin left, and it ultimately was the transfer portal / the $25 million payroll that he has to go out and get the best players in the country. We just got a nice little quarterback from Auburn. I know he can really run. I know it's been a very up and down career for him. 24 touchdowns. I think you told me 22 interceptions, but he gets a fresh start, right? And I think that's exciting stuff. Have you been happy with what you've seen from Florida State as a booster? Florida State. Have you been happy to see what we've been able to go out and do so far?
Yeah, bro. The transfer portal is tough once again. Like that talk, I mean, over 4,500 kids, 33% of college football players are in the transfer portal. It is like a freaking, I don't even know how to describe this.
Wild Wild West, man. It's free agency every single year.
Every year, bro. So I mean, yeah, we got to get offensive linemen. We know that. A lot of our guys left. That's how it's going to be every single year, no matter what. Like, we're going to have to get guys to come in and contribute right away. That's what it is. That's what the world is these days. Like, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. No matter how much you pay these guys. We had a quarterback that went to Mississippi State. Now he's at he just committed to USF. You have guys committing for $5 million, $6 million. How do you compete? And if I'm a college kid and I'm sitting back and I'm over here like, damn, like they got to be loyal. They got to be loyal. If I'm in their shoes and I'm getting offered $6 million, I could change a lot of people's lives and my family's lives, my own damn life, and set me up for a future that is unknown. Obviously, we don't know if we go to the NFL. We don't know if we'll make it to the NFL. We don't know if we get injured. $6 million is a once in a lifetime for a lot of damn people to change their lives. So how do you not put your name in the portal to see if someone's interested in you for multiple $1 million when maybe you're only getting $500K? I mean, you can't blame the damn kids. You can't. We just got to get rules that are set to make college football because it's really turning into a crazy NFL scene. And the NFL is not even like this because you're under contract and you're stuck. These guys are free. You can just leave up and leave whenever the hell you want to, and it's sad to watch, bro. And you see our whole defense leaving. It's like Jabril Wallace came back, so that's my guy, and I've always liked him a lot. So I'm happy he's back. But yeah, bro, we got to figure this out. But yeah, I mean, I think they've done all right.
Think about Ashton Daniels though, and fitting into our scheme. I know you love Kevin Sperry. I'm interested on your take in which how he can kind of find a way to find a role in this offense.
Yeah, bro. I think, obviously he's a dual threat athlete, and sometimes all you need is a fresh start, is a new chance. I think he's going to come in. Once again, everyone's saying QB1. Like, yes, like if he's our guy, he's our guy. But we have to compete. Like, that's what it has. Like, we need that competition back, because that's what made me who I was. Like, I wasn't the quarterback I was until Mackenzie Milton came into our program and we were competing. That's the truth, bro. Like, I wasn't the quarterback I was until had my back up against the wall, and I had to push forward and freaking fight every single day. And same thing with Mackenzie. It made him better, not just on the field, bro, but as a man. Like, it makes you better, like makes you lead better. You pick up things from the other guy that maybe you didn't have before. I watched Mackenzie run PRPs and run our player ran practices, running routes and holding guys accountable. I wasn't like that. I was a quiet guy, but watching him do it, shoot, I'm like, I'm trying to win the job too. So I have to start doing that. So I've learned that. So Kevin and Ashton can pick up things from each other. And once again, I don't think we're done in the portal. I don't know everything, but why not get another quarterback if you can? In this world, why not get another quarterback to compete? Because like our year, you get two quarterbacks down and you're down to your third quarterback. You have to have a guy that can go out there and compete. So you can go out there and say, this guy he has experience, Like, why not get DJ Lagway to bring in another competition, because it makes you guys better. Yeah, bro. I that's another thing we should talk about is DJ Lagway. I mean, how about that? You see DJ Lagway on Florida State campus. Like, that's how crazy college football is. Like, we were just hating on DJ, not me and you, but our fan base was just hating on DJ Lagway.
Now they want him.
They want him. And why not? Why not? You have a freaking 6'3", whatever he is, 6'3", 6'4", probably 230 pounds quarterback that can run the football in a simple offense where it's you run the ball, you like your first read, take off, check downs, simple reads for a guy that is very, very talented. I've always liked DJ Lagway, his mindset, the way he carries himself, and shoot, why not?
I mean, just perfect proof that the fans, how quickly they can regret their words, and like you said, man. I mean, the all the fans that were talking all the smack about DJ, and completely dislike him, not just because he's a Gator. They disliked his game.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the same fans that are begging for him to put on the garnet and gold. How do you in this landscape though, George? Like, if I'm a high school recruit, how are you going to convince me to come to your university and play if we live in a world where transfers take guys' jobs every year and really good players' jobs every year? Like I can't wrap my head around the fact that this is the landscape we live in, and I can't imagine having to navigate it. But at what point, too, do you just say, let's start over and build it from the ground up and find a way to create a system that's sustainable? I mean, this is completely unsustainable in my opinion. I mean, I think Georgia's the gold standard. Like 90% of their starts this year were from recruits.
Yep.
And they got knocked off by a team that 66% of their starters, Ole Miss, I think it was 66.3% of their starters are transfer guys. It's like I have no idea. I don't for one second wish that I was in any of those guys' shoes. But a small part of me hoped that Florida State would just say, hey, let's just start over. Mike Norvell, this is your job. We're keeping you. You have a long contract and you got a lot of money we owe you. Start this thing up from the ground, and let's figure out a way to keep it sustainable, because right now there's absolutely no chance, in my opinion.
That's the thing, bro. It's like how do you keep it sustainable? Like, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible in today's world. Like, you get these kids. We just got true freshmen that left this year. Like Mario Nash. Like, I don't want to call people out, but bro, you're a true freshman. Like, you just had the entire offensive line leave. This is your chance to start and show what you have to go to the NFL. I'm sorry, but I don't know what college football is anymore. Our goal is to make it to the NFL. Like, now we are going to college just to go to the next team to see who's going to give us the most money. Like, we are in a position that's like me being a second string quarterback and the quarterback leaving and we don't have anyone else. This is your chance. Like, take advantage of your time, because our goal is not to stay in college football. Our goal is to go to the NFL and have a long career. Our goal is, like, that's where I think we're lost. These kids are getting bad advice from their agents, because I heard there's another quarterback or a player that went to Florida State on a visit and is asking for an absurd amount of money. We got to put up stats to get this type of money. Like this is a lot of money, over millions of dollars. My mom makes $45,000, maybe $45,000 a year. And we're over here complaining about getting $1 million. Like, are you crazy?
Mom's gonna kick your tail.
I'm sorry, but like, it's like that's what brings like it real for me. Like these, I think we're getting these. We got millions of dollars, and then when college football is over and we don't make it to the NFL, we get a job for $45,000. Because I'm still struggling. If I can find a job and it's not a lot of money, I'm feeling like it's not enough. Like, that's how it is now. Like, you get stuck in this mindset. We're young kids and we get a lot of money, and you have kids complaining about getting $1 million. Like, be in a good position, because I can promise you, if you're depressed and you're upset and you're having anxiety, it ain't worth no damn extra $1 million at another school. I promise to God. And that's where we're getting lost, bro. I talk to these kids and I talk to the coaches at Florida State, and it's sad. It's really sad.
I got $250 a month, I think, and that was like from my academic scholarship at Florida State. And I thought $250. I thought I was rich.
Yeah.
Like, I remember first, the second I got that check, like, I literally like tried to take a friend of mine, whoever it was, to Outback. Like, that was like my, like, right away, like, oh my God, I'm rich.
Yeah.
And I think, Jordan, I mean, I coach these kids like all day long. I'm with them. And the problem really starts like at the grassroots level. Like, we live in a society where these kids have too many damn choices. Too many choices. Like, growing up, it was here's your $3 for lunch and find a way to get it done. It was do you want peanut butter and jelly or do you want a ham sandwich with mayonnaise? We were taught that in life, you either take it or you have nothing. In today's world, it's you have your choice of everything, and if you don't like how you're feeling in that very moment, then just run away and find the next best thing, right? It's instant gratification. You said that the dream is to go to the NFL. Well, is it? Maybe. We lived in a world where our dreams and what we chased was like way up there. These kids today live in a world where they wake up and they want to chase like the very thing that could be next. And I think that's where we're lost today, man. It starts at like a very, very young level where there's too many damn choices and too much want for instant gratification. And we've completely lost the process and dreams of what sports are really all about. So
yeah,
it's my spiel.
I mean, I agree. Once again, I see the other side. Like, if I'm in college today and I'm making $500K or $1 million, and I could put my name in the transfer portal and get $5 million, and then 1% of one of the biggest oil companies in Texas at Texas Tech, do I go for a lifetime? I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I saw a kid get 1%. Serensby, I believe his name is, can get 1% of Texas. There's a Texas big probably booster at Texas Tech that owns a big oil company. He gets 1% of it for a lifetime ownership. Like, why not? This could retire you.
100%.
Like, so is the goal to go to the NFL anymore, or is the goal to make $10 million in college and call it quits? Because
for sure, but it goes back down to choices, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, these kids have too many choices. Like, you should not have the choice to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, we're preaching to the damn choir here. We're gonna get nowhere. But once again, like, that's what it comes down to, bro. It's too many damn choices.
I agree.
Let's get to the NFL, bro. I'm excited. It's gonna be a really, really, really cool playoff. There was so much parity throughout the NFL this year. As you know, Jordan, I like to
bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm like I like to find happiness on Sundays, and that's why I got my Jag shirt on. And our guy that came on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, he also had an interception. I think that next week,
Yeah.
Jared Verse. and Jared Jones are on the podcast, and they're both in the playoffs. Sorry, Jared, you never sent me a Jag shirt.
Tatum Bethune, Renardo
but,
Green.
But he didn't come on the podcast, though.
They'll come on.
So they should come on, and they might win it all. Yeah. I'm just saying, when you come on, you keep winning.
Yeah.
You keep winning. Go Jags, baby. Florida boys. When you like look at this like overall bracket, what team sticks out? Like who's like the team that you circle? Like I think they're gonna win it all.
I'm gonna say the Rams. I'm gonna say it to save myself an argument.
Y'all love to argue
with loudmouth. Jared Verse, give me the Rams. I mean, playing the Panthers, I think the Rams. Matthew Stafford has been balling. That defense has been balling. You got Jared Verse making big plays on special teams, scoring touchdowns. Give me the Rams, bro. Obviously, they got to play Seattle next if they beat the Panthers.
Always a tricky game.
And then I think we'll have to play the Bears after that. That's just my opinion with that bracket.
Oh, you think the Bears are beating Green Bay in round one?
I do. I mean, Green Bay just beat the Bears. Now you're playing the Bears at home. I think it's hard. Once again, it's hard to beat a team twice, and we just saw that in college football with Georgia and Ole Miss, and I think Caleb Williams and those guys have been a dominant football team all year and just find ways to win, bro. They just find ways to win.
Who in your opinion has the easiest pathway to a Super Bowl here?
I mean, it's tough.
Is there even easy?
I don't think there's easy at all. The NFL.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's playoff football. Every play matters.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't even give you a team that I think is easy. I think the first week, I think the Rams versus Panthers. That's the easiest game. I'll say the Rams just because it's their first game of the year.
Okay. I mean, I look at the bottom left side of the bracket, and for me, I see the Chargers, New England, Houston, and Pittsburgh. I think that whoever wins, I think somewhere in there is the easiest because there's 4 teams that, in my opinion, really aren't Super Bowl esque. So in my opinion, I think you give me the bottom of that bracket with 4 teams that really aren't too dominant in any full facet for a Super Bowl. I think one of those 4 teams have the easiest path to a Super Bowl.
I agree. I like that. Yeah.
No, I mean I can't wait for playoff football. I'm doing dry January, but man, I tell you what, I don't know, man. Sitting back and watching these games, I don't know if I could. I might have to get something to pump me up a little bit. But which one of these matchups to you is the most intriguing matchup for the first round?
I think Buffalo, Jacksonville.
I love it.
Josh Allen is just gonna show who he is, and I mean, you got the Jags playing amazing, Trevor Lawrence playing amazing, the Jags defense playing really good football. It's just gonna test who the Bills really are. This is the Bills' time to win it. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes out, Lamar Jackson not in here. I know other quarterbacks are stepping up, but that's who we've been talking about the past few years. So it's kind of the Bills' time to come out and show out. But obviously, Jacksonville's playing really good football right now.
And no Pat Mahomes, bro. Like, this is Josh Allen in the regular season is a bad man, and let's not get it twisted. In the playoffs, statistically, he is a bad man, and he's done plenty to beat the Chiefs, but it's just been the team that have been able to knock him down. I think it's an interesting matchup, and I'm with you on that call. The Jags' run defense is stout. I mean, it's pretty strong, and Buffalo loves to run the ball. And to be honest, if they're not running the ball well, I don't think that they have a true package, at least a complete package on the outside to be able to win too many games through the air. So that's an intriguing matchup, and I think the Jags are going to win outright because I bet against the Jags 4 times this year, and I lost all 4. So I'll ride with the Jags now. 49ers and the Eagles. They lost their last game of the season. I'm interested to see how they bounce back, right? Like, I think that, like, at the end of the year, I know in baseball, it's the hottest team at the end of the year that ends up normally going to the World Series and winning it all. Very rarely do we see a team like the Dodgers, who are the best from the beginning to the end, and they just go ahead and win it all. But they lost their last game of the season to the 49ers and the Eagles. Do you feel like that has some kind of impact on their playoff chances?
Now they're playing each other first week, so whoever wins the damn game gets a win back on the column and gets that confidence to roll. I mean, it only takes one game. I feel like in NFL and in football in general, it takes one game to change the whole team's confidence. You go out there and dominate with the opposite team and score a bunch of points. I bet you that team's pretty damn confident. Can get hot real quick. I like the 49ers a lot. I like Brock Purdy has been playing freaking great football. He's freaking fun to watch. Like in every way, he makes plays with his feet. He's confident. He's freaking dugging out there, bro. Like he's having a good time. And obviously those receivers and George Kittle and that defense with Tatum Bethune in the middle. Fred Warner possibility of coming back.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I don't know how true that is, which is freaking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. But Tatum Bethune has been playing really good football.
Balling.
I mean, has made a name for himself. Got a chance and has taken advantage of the chance. I'm happy for him. Like he is a great person. Great person. Like nice guy out the field, and then when you see him on the field, he's like pissed off. He's trying to fight Jared Verse when they're playing them, and that shit's serious. Like it's no joke. Like, they're not just talking trash just for cameras. Like they are competitive people. So yeah, bro, I'm excited to watch the 49ers go out there.
I can't wait to get to our weekend slate and talk about that game because I got a feeling me and you might be on opposite sides in that one. Hey, fun fact about Tatum Bethune. I had a few cocktails. It was either before or after a game. Can't really remember, I guess. And Bethune-Cookman University is his grandmother or great-grandmother, like that. Really? The university was started after his grandmother.
That's cool.
So if the name Bethune rings a bell in Florida, Bethune-Cookman, bro.
Sick.
Pretty cool stuff. Houston, Denver, and Seattle. I think without question, 3 best defenses in this playoffs. Sorry, Jaguars. I love you guys, but I think that these 3 are like kind of in a different bracket.
Yeah.
Who do you trust the most out of those 3 teams to be able to make a deep run simply because of that side of the ball?
Seattle. I bet against Seattle this weekend, obviously, and lost a lot of money.
12th man is loud, bro.
Yeah, they're sick, bro. Yeah, I think Seattle. They're just dominant in every way on the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, give me Seattle, bro.
I like that call. I mean, those are 3 elite defenses. I think because they are playing at home, yeah. I give them the edge over the Texans. I think that the Texans have, in my opinion, they are the best defense. I think Denver's defense at home as well is pretty dominant. I'm not sure if Denver lost the game at home this year, and if they did, I think it would only be 1. But I love that Houston defense. But Seattle at home, it's a different bracket for sure. Now the back to Josh Allen really quick. Do you feel like this is this is Josh Allen and the Bills like is this his legacy game? If they lose this game, like in my mind, I almost feel like the zest of Josh Allen kind of dies off.
I mean, I think we just obviously we see Josh Allen like Keon hasn't been playing. They don't have much help on the outside at all. Like Khalil Shakir,
5'9".
It's tough.
5'10".
It's tough to have a short receiver. I've always said to be your number 1. It's possible, but it's tough. So he's doing it all by himself, and I think people see that. Like he's carrying that football team. James Cook's playing really well, but in reality, Josh Allen is carrying that football team. So, I mean, yeah and no, bro. I mean, you see the guy out there giving everything he freaking got every single play. So it's tough to judge, like Josh Allen off of this playoffs once again. Which I think he can do it again. I really do. Like Josh Allen in the playoffs, he always gives you a chance to win. So, yeah, bro, I don't know.
I feel like everybody counted the Bills out.
Yeah, I did.
And it's like their perfect storm. I bet you they loved it. They were kind of out of the limelight this year. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about everybody else, and then here come the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, if Buffalo can, I don't know if there's even a chance that they can find a way to play a home football game, but if they could find a way to play a home football game and the game to get to the Super Bowl, good luck beating the Buffalo Bills at home with Bills Mafia. John Harbaugh got fired. I actually didn't even know that until Cam sent us the run of schedule. Or the run of show. Excuse me, I work in the TV industry. I should know that. Sorry, Cam. But 18 years, Jordan, 12 playoff appearances, a Super Bowl, and a missed kick cost the man his job. What's your take?
I think it's horrible. Yeah, I mean, if that field goal is made, we'll be talking about Mike Tomlin's job, which is crazy also. And those are two great coaches. Yeah, I mean, can you find a better coach than John Harbaugh to bring in to help the Baltimore Ravens win football games? I don't know. They've been so close multiple years in a row, bro, like one playoff every single year. And that's how it's kind of been all year. I mean, Lamar was hurt for multiple games this year, which also, I mean, that sucks, bro. Like, he got put in a horrible position. Yes, players get hurt, whatever. Same thing with the Colts. Players get hurt, but you can't blame that on the coach. Like, this is your quarterback, like one of the best quarterbacks in all of the NFL, and I think he's the best. And how he played that last game, I think he was healthy again. Like, he was playing for something. He was healthy again. Lamar was balling, bro. So I think it sucks, and I think it's unfair. But once again, that world is freaking sick. 18 years of everything he had. I think the Ravens have had 3 or 4 coaches in their entire history. So yeah, bro, it's sad. And he's a great coach, and another NFL team's gonna get a really damn good coach.
They better. I hope the Cowboys.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I like this coach. I like this coach with the Cowboys, but I'm just saying, I hope John Harbaugh sits and hangs out at home for a couple years, and when the Cowboys are looking for a new coach, I'd be happy with 12 playoff appearances in 18 years, and I'd love to see a Super Bowl in my lifetime because I think I was like 5 years old last time they won. We're back at it again with another weekend slate, the best part of the show, where you get all the best picks. If you want to win money, make sure you listen to me this weekend. Trust me, I got you. Years of losing. It's gonna be my first. It's gonna be my first ever winning Saturday, Sunday of playoff football. So, Travis, Take Two podcast, come get it, baby. Come get it.
Let's do it.
We gonna go to war on some or what?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
I mean, I think I know one we're gonna go to war on. So, let's see what we got, bro. Hey, let's start there. The Eagles, right? Yeah, the Eagles at home against the 49ers. Eagles 4.5-point favorites. Damn, I didn't know it was 4.5, but I got to stick to my guns now. Who you like?
49ers.
Okay, plus 4.5. You think they win outright?
Win outright. I mean, I think any team in the playoffs, like, if I'm going to pick a team, I'm picking them to win. Like, you never know in these playoffs. I like Brock Purdy right now. He's feeling it. Yeah, they lost last game, but he's balling, bro. He's balling, and I mean, the Eagles haven't been consistent at all this year, at all. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles minus 4.5. I'll stick with it. If I can give you some professional advice, I'd tell you, take them on the money line, but take the plus 4.5 too as a little backup. It's my professional advice
minus
for you.
4.5.
I think the Eagles. I think the Eagles win this game. The 4.5 definitely scares me, but I'm going to stick to my guns here, and I have all the winning picks. I just think the Eagles defense, bro. I mean, when I love Brock Purdy because you're a big fan of Chuba Purdy and you love that family. I just think that defense wins in the playoffs, and I think it's going to be cold in Philly. I know Brock went to Iowa State, so he played a lot of cold football. I don't know, man. I just think that Brock Purdy against defenses that disguise pretty well, he really struggles with. I think that pass rush on the Eagles side is pretty for real. I think Saquon Barkley's been very quiet, and I think it's his time to take off. Give me the Eagles minus 4.5. Bears at home against the Packers. Bears are 1.5-point dogs. I feel like that line's wrong.
It's weird. Bears money line.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wrong line. Right. I think it's on the wrong side. I'm with you, bro. And we have all the right picks this week, so hell yeah. Can't wait to go 0-6. Devin. Rams minus 10.5. It's a tricky one here. Minus 10.5 at the Panthers.
That's tough, bro. I mean, give me the Panthers plus 10.5. That sounds normal, but I'm going Rams minus 10.5.
That's probably such a good call. It's like anytime you look at a line and you're like, oh my God, like that is such a dumb line. The other team gets beat by like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna take the Panthers plus 10.5. I already know what's gonna happen. I feel like the Rams are gonna be up 8 late. They're gonna be driving. If they get the first down, the game ends, and they don't cover the 11 or the 10.5, and if they have to kick the field goal and make it, then obviously they would cover if the Panthers can't score late. I'll take the Panthers plus 10.5. Damn, I sound like an expert, huh?
You do, like a
Damn,
time traveler.
bro. That's called a junkie. Chargers at the Patriots, minus 3.5 in New England. What you got?
Give me the Patriots. Cold. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Patriots are a young team, but the Patriots have been dominant all year. Drake May's been playing lights out. He's been freaking amazing, bro, watching him play. Yeah, give me the Patriots.
Like it. Every time I bet against the Patriots, I've never bet the Patriots to win or cover this year. I've lost every time, except I bet them against the Bills. Who won the Bills-Patriots game? In New England. Buffalo won late, and Josh, they scored like 5 touchdowns in a row.
Came back high.
And I had the Patriots that day, so I should stay away from this game. But I got to make a pick for my guy Cam. So I'm gonna go Patriots.
We got a lot of guys. We got Josh Farmer on the Patriots. Corey Durden.
Yeah.
Amari Gaynor now.
The nose, dog.
I mean, damn.
He everywhere.
Everywhere.
I get pissed off when they do the whole introduction and they don't say like Jalen Ramsey, Florida State. Man, what? Man, whatever, bro. Whatever. But our guy from the Chargers says it every time. Derwin James says it every time, I believe.
But Jalen Ramsey, he just like kind of.
Yeah, I know about like that, bro. We Florida State, bro. Through and through.
We need help. We need help in any way.
Come on, man. The Jags, bro. We talked about this one.
Yeah.
The Jags are dogs at home to the Buffalo Bills, 1.5 point favorites.
Give me the Jags, bro. I mean, you're at home. I mean, I feel like home field advantage can be very important in the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence has been playing great football. Once again, the defense has been playing great football. I think it's the Jags. I do think the Jags win outright.
Man, so Josh Allen and the Bills go home. Yeah, man, I got my Jag shirt on. I feel like it was a sign. I'll roll with the Jags. I had this like rule, bro. If the spread's under 3, you should always take the dog because it's like a sucker bet. Like you look at it and you're like, it's got to be the team that's a slight favorite. I feel like I'm getting such a big advantage. I know I didn't take the Packers. I did. I did it right. I did Bears plus 1.5. I'm sticking to my system. Jags, outright. Let's go, baby. Steelers at home versus the Texans. God, that's going to be a terrible game to watch. Low scoring. Take the under, whatever that is. But the Texans are 3-point favorites in Pittsburgh.
Give me the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers playing football, possibly his last season. Yeah, bro. I just think the Steelers defense, like I was talking with Trey the other day, I believe, and I mean, the Steelers defense, bro, like we sleep on their defense like a lot. Like they got TJ Watt on one side, Highsmith on the other side, Cam Hayward, and you got Patrick Queen in the middle. You got Jalen Ramsey. You got freaking Asante Samuels. You got Joey Porter. Like these are veteran guys that have been playing for a while that once they get their stuff together, they're going to play great football, and that defense can be dominant. And I think that this is the time you're at home. Playing in Pittsburgh is tough. That field is absolutely horrible. I don't know if it's different from when the Steelers play in Pittsburgh, Panthers play, but their field was absolutely horrible for me. So if you're not used to it, you're going to do a lot of slipping. The grass feels like it's this thick. Yeah, bro. Give me the Steelers money line.
You convinced me. I got no freaking clue. I think it's a low-scoring game. Field goal game. Take the dog, especially the dog at home. Let's roll. Steelers plus 3.
You saw Aaron Rodgers freaking. It looked like he was in his prime last game. He didn't have dealing. DK. They got DK coming back. I mean, he was dealing to Calvin Austin, which Calvin Austin, I think is a great player, but that was their number 1. Or Pat Fryermuth was their number 1. So they lost Darnell Washington, which that sucks that they had him. I mean, he's coming. He used to be a blocking tight end in college, and now you see him catching balls and freaking. There's like an offensive line catching balls out there.
Let's go Steelers plus 3, bro.
Let's go Steelers.
Let's go. That was this week's weekend slate. The JT versus DT locks. We were pretty on board together. I think if you want to go 6 for 6, you take me, and if you want to go 5 for 6, or no, actually, you took.
You're 4 for 6.
4 for 6. Okay, yeah. So if you want to go 4 for 6, take him. If you want to go 6 for 6, you know who to listen to. the completely non-knowing football guy.
Usually is better.
And up next, we got Justin Fields, baby. We got Justin Fields, Southeast boy, Georgia boy. Started his career at University of Georgia. Ended up transferring to Ohio State. He's done pretty damn well for himself. Seems like a great, great guy. I can't wait till we do this interview because as soon as this is done, I get to tell everybody I'm friends with Justin Fields. So I can't wait to get to him, man. Let's go, Jake Fields, baby. Hey, man, we got Justin Fields on this thing, bro. This is crazy. I'm like an avid football watcher, and I've always been like such a big fan. Obviously, you as my little brother, I used to always tell you, like, hey, man, like you remind me of Justin Fields, just like a mini version.
All right, now.
And I'm just pumped up, bro, because I get to go and tell people like I'm boys with Justin Fields now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, this is so cool. I mean, to think that I was like watching my guy on TV not too long ago, and now we get to sit here and talk on our podcast is pretty crazy. Former first round pick, 11th overall, 2-time offensive player of the year, the Big Ten. And I got to talk to him about the Ohio State Buckeyes, bro, because it's a Florida State podcast, and they let Miami keep going. But I can't thank you enough, bro. Current Jets quarterback, Justin Fields, baby.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for having me on here, man. Of course, I've heard a lot about it, seen some clips. And AZ, I know you probably know him from Florida State. He kind of reached out and told me about it, but excited to be on here. So appreciate you guys.
Heck yeah, bro. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Let's get right into it, bro. Like Devin said, it's a Florida State podcast. Can we talk a little bit about Ohio State versus Miami, bro? What'd you think about that game?
I was sick, man. I was sick watching it. I think Miami, they had a better defense than I expected them to. And their offense was clicking. I think their third drive of the game. They started off a little bit rough, but they eventually got going. But it was tough because I definitely was talking a little bit of trash around the facility, and I thought we were gonna win that game for sure. So
For sure.
but I know they'll bounce back as they always do. Coach Day will get the guys right for next year, and hopefully we can win the Natty again next year. So yeah.
Absolutely.
What was it like playing for Coach Day?
Coach Day was awesome. So my first year at Ohio State was his first year, and so we had some high expectations coming in, but he's awesome. He's great. Kind of I guess just his relationship with all the players. He's honest. He's up front, and for me being a quarterback, he has a QB background, so he's able to teach QBs just about footwork, about getting the ball out on time, and spatial awareness, and just a great offensive minded coach, a great leader. So really everything look for in a head coach. So he's awesome overall.
I want to get right into it, bro. Obviously, this year didn't go to how you expected, but I think I DM'd you earlier in the year, just talking about how much you inspired me through all the tough times. And I know as quarterbacks, it's either our fault, we're winning, or our fault that we're losing, and that's how it is with the position, especially playing in New York. I can't imagine. I was close, but I never got that chance to really get there, bro. But I know your faith has been so important to you over the past year, 2 years. Obviously talking with Deontay Sheffield, I mean, that's my guy, and he always told me how he went up to visit you, and you're sitting there reading the Bible the whole time, and and it kind of inspired me. Like when he told me, I'm like, dang, I gotta get on my stuff. Like you see someone that's going through what I went through in the past and at a way lower level, and he's still talking about God through all the highs and lows. What was the moment that it kind of switched for you, that you fully committed your life to Jesus Christ?
I grew up in the church, so grew up going to church each and every Sunday. My dad was a deacon in the church, so I think that right there was kind of my foundation. And of course, growing up, high school, college, you kind of veer off the path a little bit, especially my freshman year, sophomore year. I probably wasn't as locked in as I wanted to be, but I think once I got into the league, started facing some trials and tribulations, that's when I really started to lean on the Lord. And I think he just helped me understand that life is way bigger than football. Life is about life is just automatically gonna have ups and downs, but when you really lean on him, when you put your faith in him, He just gives you a peace that surpasses all understanding. And people looked at me crazy when they're, especially the reporters, when they're asking me specific questions on how do I deal with this, how do I deal with that, and I just tell them I live, I live and I lean on Jesus Christ. And it was kind of hard for them to understand, just because of how everybody hypes up football and hypes up the NFL. And I think at one point in my career when I was in Chicago, I kind of let football and my success in football dictate the rest of my life and how I was feeling. So I think over time, what I've learned is football is a job, and of course, we're natural competitors, and we're always trying to win. But I think there's more to it in life uh, when you're going through those ups and downs. And I think I saw you say something the other day, Jordan, where you believe everything happens for a reason, and God has a plan for each and every one of our lives. So that's kind of how I look at it. Every time I look back on a trial and tribulation I've had in the past, and I've worried about the future, worried about what's going to happen next, I look at it now in terms of, I shouldn't have been stressing about that whatsoever. And whenever I'm going through hard stuff right now, I kind of take a step back and, I ask my 15-year-old self, if somebody told me when I was 15 years old that this would be my life at this point in time, I would accept it in a heartbeat. So, and I think that just comes with gratitude, just being grateful for everything that I have. And it kind of just changes your perspective because, I live a great life. I'm blessed. I have a job that, I've been doing for a long time. And, ultimately it's a kid's game and I'm getting, paid for that. And, I couldn't be more blessed. So I think that's the biggest thing is just being grateful for everything that I have. And you just got to know that, the ups and downs, they're going to come. But, God puts us through those downs for us to realize that we need to lean on him and that we can't do everything on our own. So that's kind of what I've learned the past, couple of years and, kind of what I've learned throughout my journey.
That's strong, man. I mean, Jay, I was a baseball player, and I know you were a baseball player as well in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and a pretty damn good one. I always used to say like baseball is what I do. It's not who I am, and
Yeah.
to separate yourself from that, especially like when you make it to the pinnacle, and you got to read Twitter and Instagram, and people don't understand like how much that affects you. They also don't understand that there are times where I went 4 for 4 in a game, and a fan tweeted me saying Devon's my favorite player. Like there are times where I read those little messages from the nobodies, and they make me feel better. And
Yeah, nah, for sure.
in the bad, make you feel even worse than the better. So
Yeah.
I commend you for taking this route because I guess I used to be a professional athlete back in the day, and I wish I leaned on Jesus Christ more at the time, right? And I think you said it perfect, right? Like you grew up in the church, and I went to church a ton as a kid as well, and then you start to allow sports to almost dictate exactly who you are, and you attach yourself to those results, and you forget like we are here because of Jesus Christ, and I love that you're able to take it full circle and get back to the roots. So congratulations on that. I think the only job that's like more stressful than a baseball player dealing with failure is a quarterback. So
Especially in New York.
In New York too?
Shoot.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
And kind of going back on what you said, bro. Of course, I used to do that all the time. Like after a game, I would search my name up on Twitter. Especially after a good game, you want to do that. Then after a bad game, you don't want to touch Twitter because people are talking crazy. But that's another thing that I learned, bro. Like people will love you for 1 week. Next week you have a bad game. Now they hate you. They're saying all types of crazy stuff. But that's just the way of the world. People are gonna change. But one thing that God never does, he never changes. He's always the same throughout each and every part of your life. But I used to do the same thing back in the day, and during the season now, I was off of Instagram during the season because you get all sorts of DMs and stuff like that. But yeah, bro, I used to do the same thing. I think a lot of people do it too. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually funny you said that because I think a lot of athletes do that.
Well, I deleted Twitter just from this damn podcast, bro. I couldn't take people
Really?
hating on my opinion, so I'm like, I can't. I got used to it for a little while in college. I'm like, I could take it now and then. I got on this podcast, and it's been like a year, and I'm like, dang, I don't miss people talking crap about me and to me, and I'm like, you know what? There's no point to have it, bro. There's too much negativity in this world, and we got to be the light that God wants us to be on a daily, bro. And that's one thing I'm focusing on this year is being that light every single day, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what this Florida State fan has to say about me, no matter what that Miami fan has to say about me. Because at the end of it, there's only one person that could judge us, and it's God. So, I mean, who really cares what everyone else has to say, bro? I learned that. We're getting tough over here on the podcast.
Hey, Jay, you'll see that when you stop playing, I come with that smoke on Twitter. I look for it. I'm like, hey, hold on. Hey, what you say? Let me quote this real quick. Shoot. What advice, though, would you give a younger athlete when it comes to social media? Like, if you can look back at, like, you got a whole group of kids in front of you, and they're asking you, like Justin, like, what's your advice to me on dealing with social media as I go throughout my career? What would your advice be to them?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely tell them do not pay attention, and if they could, really delete it, because the more you read those comments, the more you start to believe whatever they're saying, whether they're good or bad. But just like you said, you tend to remember more of the bad stuff. So the more you read it, the more you start to believe that about yourself. When you know you're a certain type of player, when you know you're a certain type of person. So I think it's best to not even read that stuff, to let it get in your mind, and it can subconsciously, get in your mind, and you can eventually start believing that about yourself. But really, you just got to get back to the root of yourself. You got to know what kind of person you are. You got to know what kind of worker you are. You got to know your potential, and know what you can do, on the field. And really, what I've realized is, everybody has talent. Everybody has, the intangibles to be great. And really, most of it is mindset. Most of it is confidence. Most of it is your mindset, in terms of your success on the field, and what you can do. And it's really believing in yourself. But if you're reading those negative comments, it tends to just lower your belief system in yourself. So I think if possible, really just get rid of it all in all. And I know it's kind of hard because people are using to talk to coaches and communicate with coaches, especially in high school for recruitment purposes and stuff like that. But I would say stay off of it as much as possible.
Oh.
That's great advice.
Yeah,
that's great advice. Talking about recruitment, Jordan and I spent a lot of time talking about the transfer portal. And let me tell you something: if you would have been in college when money was swinging like this, you'd have been living on the beach in college. What I can't get over it, bro. Like we got DJ Lagway, who was at the University of Florida, and Jordan brought this up earlier. And Florida State fans hated DJ Lagway, like he was the worst quarterback ever. And then he hits the transfer portal, and Florida State might go get DJ Lagway, and then everybody loves DJ Lagway.
Yeah.
What's your take on this current atmosphere of college athletics in the transfer portal?
Bro, it's crazy. Me just seeing the amount of money these kids are making, it's definitely a blessing for them, especially the kids that grew up, in a kind of tough situation where their parents, might not have the best job, or they might be struggling a little bit. But I think if I was in college, I wouldn't have minded staying all 4 years the way they're getting paid right now. But I definitely think it's crazy. I think they need to change around how the scheduling is a little bit in terms of when the portal opens and stuff like that. Because if you look at the Ole Miss situation right now and how Lane Kiffin can't even coach his own team or his old team, so to say, it's definitely crazy to me. But I think there's more positives than negatives when kids can make money at an earlier age, just to be able to help their families out. I do think there's some adjusting that needs to be made, but all in all, I think it's a great opportunity for kids, like I said, especially who didn't grow up in the best environment and are able to help their mom and dad and just different family members out.
Man, that's a good point. I mean, that's what you said too, Jordan. So y'all know more than me, so I'll stick with it. I mean, I love that these kids are getting paid. I just hate that it's like a 1 year free agent. Like you come, you don't get your way or you ball out, and then you just get to take off. But I'm
Yeah.
with you guys. I'm with you guys. I mean, make your money, but damn, I just miss the days where like people wore like the Seminole on their chest or the Buckeye. And I still feel like the Buckeye tradition's real, but I watch the Seminoles and I'm like, I don't even know who's on the damn field. Like last year, you were in like Missouri, you were in Iowa, you were in damn
Yeah.
at Penn State. Like what happened to this game I love? All right, anyway, thank you for answering that question because I couldn't wait to ask you. Now, I don't want you to go too far on this because I know you athletes don't like to talk about injuries, but I do just want to know, in short, how is it going into this offseason coming off of an injury and then having to look forward to next year with the Jets?
Yeah. I'm still dealing with it a little bit right now. So I'm still up here in Jersey, getting treatment, working out right now, and just trying to get it better overall. And that's really the biggest thing. Just getting into next season, fully healthy and feeling like myself again. So, injury sucks, of course, but it's really a part of the game, and you got to understand that coming into the season and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm blessed overall because I definitely could have had a more serious injury, and I can still run around a little bit, just not 100%, and I can still go out there and throw and stuff like that. But yeah, really just hoping to get back, fully 100% on my feet and get going.
How do you still impact a quarterback room being injured? I've been in the position, obviously, in college, and I feel like the NFL,
Hmm.
being around the NFL with Aaron Rodgers and Tyrod, it's just different. Like a quarterback room in the NFL is way different than college. So how do you still impact a room like that?
Yeah, I think it's harder with vets like you had A Rod and Tyrod, and Tyrod was in the room with me this year. So vets like him, he's been in the league 15 years. He has his own way of doing things. So me myself personally, I'm able to learn from him, and he's definitely given me advice this year on how to go about things where he sees maybe mechanically wise that he's probably learned from the past from himself or from others. But we did have a rookie in the room this year, and he got to start a few games. So I think in that aspect of things, I was able to teach him things, kind of just give him some pointers on how to approach a game and just a mindset, and really just preaching to him about completions, and you can't go broke taking a profit and stuff like that. So I think when you have a younger guy in the room, it's easier to teach them things because this is my 5th year, so with the experience that I have, the teams that I've been on, I'm able to teach him and really just help him maneuver his way through his first few games that he started. But I think in your position, Jordan, where you had A Rod and Tyrod in there, I think it's more of a learning thing for you because
Absolutely.
they've of course been in the league for a long time, and I think that's a great room and a great vets to learn from too. But
Heck yeah.
I think for me, it's just being able to teach a younger guy on like I said, just how to maneuver things and just the mindset going into different games.
We're not going to keep you too much longer, bro. I'm so grateful that you were able to join. I know you're with your with your family. I got to ask about Mike Tomlin because I can't figure out like how every year the Steelers like look a little bit like I think there's no way they're even going to make it to 500, and somehow some way every year they're 500 and they find a way in the playoffs. What is it about the Pittsburgh Steelers in your time there that you were able to see and realize what that organization does so well, led by Mike Tomlin?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Tomlin, he's probably the best coach I've had that's a leader. Um, he knows how to deal with each and every situation. Of course, he's been coaching for a while. So I think from a leader standpoint and his ball knowledge, he's has a defensive background. So the offensive guys would go in an hour early before the team meeting, and he would just kind of break down the defensive coordinator and what his mindset was, who he is as a DC, kind of the branch of where he came from different coaches. So just his ball knowledge, and then also I would say the vets and the leaders on that team. Of course, you got guys like Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt. Those guys are kind of the core of that team. and those kind of guys make that team go. So I think that was pretty much the biggest thing, but really just the mindset, the standard that they have there. I think that's what makes them so consistent in winning games, and just having that success that they have each and every year. But I definitely got to give credit to Coach Tomlin and really all of their vets and leaders that they have on their team, because they know what the standard is, they know what they want out of each and every teammate, and nobody's scared to get on their teammate and challenge them, and holding each guy in the locker room accountable. And you know how it is, when you guys were going crazy at Jordan or at Florida State, Jordan, like, you go into games expecting to win, and that's not always the case in the league. It's tough, at O State for me, we're going into the game, sometimes you win the game before the game even starts, just with your confidence walking around, and the other team, they don't have that much confidence in themselves. But it's really just a mindset that each and every player has there, everybody in the building has there, and I loved it in Pittsburgh. It was a great time for me. Of course, I wasn't in a position to. Well, the position I was in was a little bit different for me when Russ took over, but I was still grateful for my time there. I learned a lot from Russ, Coach T. Like, I still have a lot of notes from Coach T, and kind of leadership things that he said that kind of stuck with me, and I was able to use it this year as well. So, but Coach T, all in all, I think he's kind of the core. He makes that team go, and he knows what he's doing in terms of leading guys, and knowing what he wants out of each player, and the team itself.
It's awesome. I got to ask one question for all the kids at the academy. Okay, I told them Justin Fields was coming on. I'm like, yo, yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he's coming on the podcast. Like, what do you guys want me to ask him? And it was pretty collective. They all said, can you ask Justin what he would tell? And these kids were in middle school, so they're young. What would you tell a young kid like myself? The kid said, if I want to get to where he's at one day, what would be your best piece of advice to tell him?
I would say focus on the things that you can't control. There's a lot of things in life and sports that you can't control, and a lot of people spend too much time on that. But really, all in all, you got to focus on the things you control. There's going to be things that don't go as planned in your life, but it's all about how you react to those things. It's all about how you bounce back from failure, and just know everything that you go through in life and in sports, the wins, the losses, they're all lessons. They're all things that you can learn from. Like I said earlier, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. So everything that's happened in my career that might have not gone as planned. It's all happened for a reason, whether it's a lesson for me on the field or off of the field in the future. And I might understand why in 5 weeks, or I might understand why in 5 years, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way of life. So really just focus on the things that they control. And one thing that they control is their effort, how committed they are to the game, how committed they are into getting better each and every day, and really not taking every day for granted, any day for granted. So every time they step on the field, they got to be intentional in what they're doing. And a lot of guys get in a routine and they just do it. They just check the box in terms of, yeah, I worked out today, but it's really that intentionality to where I'm doing this today. I'm focusing on this, and each and every rep counts, because I just see it a lot in terms of guys are quote unquote working out, but they're not really getting better. So really just focusing on each and every rep, each and every day, taking advantage of that, and just really getting better. And like I said, all in all, just focusing on the things that you can control. So yeah, I think football wise, you can't control a lot of things. There's a lot of things that have to go right for you to have success. All of the other 10 players on the field, they have to do their jobs. The coaches have to do their jobs as well. So, but all in all, just focusing on the things that they can control.
Power, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for your time. I'm obviously a big fan. I know Jordan's a big fan of you, and I know that your time is super valuable. So I appreciate you taking some time to come sit down and talk to us, man. It's just great meeting you.
Sir, thank you, bro.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, man. And Jordan, of course, I've heard a lot about your story in the past, bro, and I just want to say, like, you inspire me too.
Appreciate you, bro.
And what you said the other day on one clip on how, you know, God has a plan in your life, I just really appreciate that, and I know a lot of other people do, because of course your story is tough. You were a great player in college, and you know it was tough not seeing you really get that out in the league, because I was excited for you and just your talent and, you know, what you're able to do on that field. But like you said, God had another plan, and that's just what it is, and you just have to live according to His will, bro. But I just wanted to tell you that before I got off. You're an inspiration, whether you know it or not. You know, I think people know that, but they don't always say it. So just keep being you, bro, and keep being a light in this world. So appreciate both of y'all.
Thank you, bro. That means a lot to me, for real. You're a real one, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, bro.
for sure.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of Travis Take 2. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. We appreciate your love and support, and we will see you next week, baby.
Anybody but Miami.